Hello, my name is Heather Barton, and today I am announcing my run for United States Congressional seat for the 3rd District of Colorado. For the last few months, you may have seen a black truck driving across the state with messages like resisting fascism, supporting freedom for the Palestinian people, and calling out leaders like Putin, Netanyahu, and Trump for what they really are. So if you've seen that truck, you've seen me. I've been traveling from Grand Junction to La Junta, from Trinidad all the way up to the northern Colorado border where we meet Wyoming, and everywhere in between, meeting with neighbors, local leaders, state leaders, and even federal leaders, sitting down at the governor's town hall on the western slopes, or even attending town halls here in Pueblo where I live. I've listened to families in towns big and small, and so many of their struggles lead back to the same place, with the greed of the ultra-wealthy and the corporate interests that have controlled our systems for far too long. They've pushed families into debt with overpriced and inadequate medical care. They've driven up the cost of housing and fueled outrageous inflation. How can we have record inflation and record corporate profits in the same year? Too many of our economic problems are rooted in the decisions of a small group of powerful people who have bought and paid for our political system. It's time to push the bought and paid for politicians out of our government, local, state, and federal. No one should have to work 40, 60, or even 80 hours a week and still struggle to pay their bills. But our government has created a system that keeps people exhausted and confused by our laws, written to benefit the powerful. And how can we expect our leaders to fight for us if they've never lived like us? They don't fight for public education because their kids always have gone to the best private schools. They don't fight for higher wages because they've never had to live off of them. We need leaders who know what it's like to be a real American, not the rhetoric term that we all use. The part of the vast majority who are struggling to get by. We can't count on capital investors and the ultra-wealthy politicians that they've bought, but we can count on each other, our neighbors, the people who know what it's like when we work hard and still struggle. So enough is enough. I'm running to disrupt the corrupt, to restore humanity, humility, and real representation to Washington, D.C. and to the 3rd District of Colorado. That begins with addressing homelessness and treating them with dignity by connecting people to mental health care, addiction treatment, and financial education to rebuild stable lives. We have neighbors who have become homeless because of medical debt, from emergency surgery or cancer diagnoses to the streets. They force them out of their homes. While families lose their homes under these burdens, large firms buy up these properties, driving prices even higher, profiting off the crisis. Meanwhile, red tape slows down the building of new affordable housing. I'm also fighting for health care for all so no one faces bankruptcy over an illness. I'm fighting for fair wages and safe, respectful workplaces so working full-time means living with dignity. I'm fighting to protect our farmers from corporate giants, to demand safety and reliable resources for our children in schools, to defend our air and water and our land and future generations from the grips of this corporate exploitation. This campaign is already in motion. I've been on the road across this district listening and learning, and I am here already serving. But this is a grassroots movement, and it starts with all of us. So join me at heatherbarton4congress.com. Volunteer, share my message, and when the time comes, sign the petition from January 2nd to March 17th so I can get on the ballot, because I am running unaffiliated. I believe both party systems have kind of let us down. So we're not waiting for permission. We're not begging for scraps anymore. We're demanding our government works for us. So District 3, let's send the message that the days of corruption, of running our country, are over. Real change is coming right here, from the southern Colorado to the western slopes, from Pueblo to Trinidad to the Wyoming border. This is our fight. This is our movement, and I'm honored to lead it with you. So I'm Heather Barton, and I am running for Congress. Please support me.